Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, your digital news desk host, and it is Wednesday, May the 14th. I thank you so much for tuning in halfway through the week, and I have some beautiful weather for us to make it through the week. We are going to have a little bit of rain on Saturday, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. If you are tuning in on our website or through our mobile app, thank you so much for watching there. And if you're tuning in on our social stream, then Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, thanks for tuning in there as well. Don't forget, you can always leave a comment, question, thought, suggestion, anything like that in the comment section. I do ask that you be nice, but like I always say, it is a free country. You can say what you want to say. However, if you put some cuss in your comments, I'm not going to be able to put those up on the screen. So just remember that. Hey guys, don't forget also that we do have a smart app or an app for your smart devices, as far as like smart TVs, Roku, Apple TV Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick, anything like that. You can always download the app to your TV, and you can watch this show there every day. And you can watch our past shows as well. You can watch our newscast live as they're happening, or our past newscasts, and also any just a lot of content, our investigative pieces that we've done, and of course the documentary Farming Freedom that our creative services director Kayla Thomas did. It is a absolutely beautiful documentary, beautiful history, and look at the history of the path for Black Americans to own land here in the state of Mississippi. Really a beautifully done story. So you want to check that out, and you can only do that through your smart TV by downloading the WLBT app. See, Britt here, tuning in from Kosciuszko. Hello, Britt. How are you doing today? I appreciate you tuning in. And anybody else watching on the social stream, let me know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from. Have well, I say this almost every day, but we have people tuning in from all over. And I love it because I like getting to interact with you guys during the newscast. Before we jump into the news, let's take a look outside. We're going to be looking over Ridgeland, courtesy of our Renaissance camera, and it is a beautiful day. Well, we're freezing up a little. Let me restart this camera here so we can see exactly what it looks like. Also, don't forget, you can see all of our sky cams on our website, and I believe you can even look at them through our smart TV app as well. So here we see not a lot of traffic out there on the interstate, but a absolutely beautiful day out there. Not a lot of clouds in the sky, but there is plentiful sunshine happening out there. So try to get outside, enjoy some of that vitamin D. But if you do that, not only don't forget to wear sunscreen, but also don't forget to stay hydrated. All right, let's jump into the news now. So we received information from Jackson Police Department today that they do need your help, the public's help, finding a shooting suspect. So the shooting happened last Thursday on May the 8th, and it was in the 500 block of Ridgewood Road. So here is the location of where that shooting happened. You can see we have I-55 to your left, Old Canton Road, and then Ridgewood Road right there. So that's where police say that Marion Mack, and this is picture here on the screen, Marion Mack entered the residence of his former girlfriend and shot a male subject multiple times. He then fled the scene on foot, abandoning a vehicle that was not registered to him. So he is currently on probation with the Mississippi Department of Corrections and has failed to report to his probation officer. He's wanted for aggravated assault and is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, you are asked to contact Jackson Police Department or 911. Do not try to approach him. Like we say, he is considered armed and dangerous. So if you see him, if you know of his whereabouts, contact the Jackson Police Department and pass that information along to them. And the Jackson Police Department is also asking for your help identifying a suspect in connection with an armed robbery. So on February 21st, JPD began investigating an armed robbery of a business that happened in the 4500 block of Bullard Street. Detectives learned the suspect entered the business and displayed a handgun and attempted to rob the business. So if anyone recognizes this suspect from these photos here on your screen, you're asked to please contact Crime Stoppers or Jackson Police Department. Pass that info along to them. And Port Gibson police have now charged a man in connection with a deadly shooting. Here he is on your screen now. Camarius West was arrested and charged with accessory after the fact to murder. So he's accused for his role in the death of Larry Mosley Jr., which happened earlier this month. His bond was set at $50,000 following his court appearance. Police Chief Russell Dorsey says that his department is committed to a thorough and transparent investigation. And a lot of residents of the city of Canton are saying that they are fed up with the violence as police are now investigating the latest deadly shooting that happened at an apartment complex there in Canton. And we've told you about this. We've told you about the other shootings that have happened there. Here is the location on your screen of the Canton Estates. So this latest shooting happened Monday night. It's on Ricks Drive, Canton Estates is. It's the second homicide to have happened there in the past 3 weeks. We also know of another homicide that happened there in December of last year. So this is here for on your screen, exclusive video from the scene late Monday night. Witnesses said they heard as many as 50 gunshots. The Madison County coroner identified the victim as 32-year-old Quincy Pate. Canton Mayor William Truly did hold a news conference yesterday to address the violence at that particular complex, where he says changes are needed.
I think that not just can the state departments should have a camera system that allows for a surveillance. I think every apartment and every high crime area in the city of Canton should have a camera surveillance system to identify these individuals who pull the trigger and say bang, bang, and oftentimes easily escape.
So no arrests have been made in this recent shooting. If you do have any information, you can contact the Canton Police Department or Crime Stoppers there. And let me get a picture of the individual who lost his life so that you guys can see him. Hold on one second. But yes, if like I said, there was a shooting there in December of 2024. There was a shooting that happened on April the 22nd, and then this most recent shooting that happened on Monday evening. Um, Here we go. I'm getting it pulled up. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. Here it is. So this is the individual here who lost his life. Again, his name is Quincy Pate. He was 32 years old. And I just want to say that our thoughts and prayers do go out to the family of Quincy and the other individuals that have lost their life in the shootings that have happened and in the rash of violence that seems to be happening in the city of Canton. So last night there was another Jackson mayoral forum held. Of course, we know that there will be a new mayor elected in just less than a month away, because when general elections is going to be happening on the 3rd of June. Community leaders held that forum where many of you did get to hear from the candidates. So the forum focused on leadership qualities and management styles for each candidate. Candidates, make sure the volume doesn't get too loud for you. So candidates that participated included Democratic challenger John Horn, Independent Rodney DePriest, Zach Service, and Lily Stewart Robinson. Several topics were covered, like leadership, resource management, and how to create a better future for Jackson on a city, state, and federal level. This event was hosted by Women for Progress of Mississippi, and they hope that not only the forum not only helped voters make a decision, but will hopefully also get more voters to the poll on June the 3rd.
We're trying to reach every single voter. We're turning over every place we can to make sure people get this information and they show up to the poll on June 3rd. We need West Jackson, we need South Jackson, we need North Jackson, we need Midtown, we need Thunder, we need Belhaven. We need every single voter in the city of Jackson showing up for June 3rd.
So Republican candidate Kenny G and independent candidate Kim Wade were on a list to speak as well. But all we know is that they did not speak last night. Residents also got to speak with candidates about their plans one-on-one once the forum was complete. Again, general elections will take place on June the 3rd. And if you live in Ridgeland, in the city of Ridgeland, you're going to have another opportunity to vote on a new restaurant and lodging tax. So if passed, sorry, let me turn the volume down. If passed, the restaurant and lodging tax would add a temporary 2% tax on hotel bills and a 1% tax on restaurant tabs that are within the Ridgeland city limits. The money would be used to fund improvements at Freedom Ridge Park, which includes a regulation baseball and softball fields, pavilions, and multi-use trails. The same effort failed to pass back in November. It does need 60% approval to take effect. And on the 29th of this month, May, we will have the mayor of Ridgeland in to talk more about the tax and the benefits of it. And just really to kind of explain it a little better for those who may not understand it. So make sure you are tuning in on the 29th of May, 1 o'clock, and we will have the mayor of Ridgeland in with us. The Mississippi Department of Public Safety honored law enforcement officers around the state who were killed in the line of duty. This happened on yesterday. So the annual Fallen Officer Memorial Ceremony is held every year during National Police Week, which this is what this week is, National Police Week. So it celebrates state troopers who have made the ultimate sacrifice. This year's keynote speaker was Lieutenant Colonel Matt Lott of the Commercial Transportation Enforcement Division. His father was killed in the line of duty. Family members of fallen officers say events like this help with the healing process.
But I will say this is part of a healing process. To see your family member honored, never forgotten, it's part of a healing process. It may be tough for a while, but it does help you heal.
Other events are planned this week to honor fallen officers, including a candlelight vigil hosted by the Attorney General's office. And yesterday, Rankin County Coroner, among others, were recognized during the Top Cop Police Memorial and Appreciation Day. So, Coroner David Ruth is the 2025 recipient of the prestigious Jim Ingram Lifetime Achievement Award. The plaque states in appreciation of your service to the people of Mississippi and John and Jane Does. So, Ruth is in his third term. Let's keep messing with me there. Ruth is in his third term as coroner, but he is in his 39th year of law enforcement. District Attorney Bubba Bramlett nominated Ruth, citing not only his law enforcement career, but the cold case DNA cases that he has helped solve as a coroner. And we do, of course, want to say congratulations to Coroner Ruth. Before we get into the weather, looking a quick look at your weather, let's hear from our sponsors over at Jackson Water.
Hey Jackson, curious about our water system? Join the Jackson Water Academy to get the inside scoop on our water and sewer operations. 3 sessions, 3 months, and a whole lot of hands-on know-how. You'll even get a behind-the-scenes tour of the O.B. Curtis Water Treatment Plant. So if you're ready to dive in, head to jacksonwater.com/wateracademy or give us a ring at 601-500-5200 to apply. But hurry, spots are going fast.
And again, thanks to Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT Plus. We do appreciate them. Byron, I see your comment here, and we are actually fixing to cover the story on those apartments there at the Chapel Ridge Apartments. First, though, let's take a look at our forecast and our current temperatures outside, sitting in the mid 80s across the area. And the radar, see, there's no rain in our viewing area here. If we look at the next 12 hours, that trend is going to continue with no expectation of rain, dropping down into the mid 70s overnight. And the next 7 days of our forecast, it does show rain chances on Saturday, as well as Friday and Sunday, but the majority of those chances being on Saturday. To get a detailed look at your forecast and exactly or a look or in-depth look at what Saturday will bring to you, you want to be here at 2:30 today for our First Alert weather team, and they will be giving you the details on your weekend forecast, as well as the forecast between now and then and beyond. So make sure you're here at 2:30 today.
Now, Fight the Blight, a year-long investigation from WLBT. 3 on your side.
And it is time for our weekly series that we are doing here throughout the year of 2025 here at WLBT, where we are highlighting blighted areas within the city of Jackson, hoping to inspire some positive change going forward in the future for the city of Jackson by shining these spotlights. The people who live in an apartment complex in West Jackson say that they are outraged after seeing and smelling trash all over the complex, and they say that it has been there for weeks now. So this is the location of the apartment complex, Chapel Ridge Apartments on Raymond Road. Residents say the owner of the complex is nowhere to be found. So we're told there's been no manager at the complex for nearly 2 weeks. Residents say the owner stopped paying for trash pickup. In response, Waste Management removed its dumpsters from the property. We found documents identifying the owner as 72-year-old Frederick Schulman of New York. He actually pled guilty in Ohio to conspiracy to commit wire fraud affecting a financial institution and was sentenced to 1 year in prison and 9 months of home confinement. Well, state and city leaders want Schulman to be held accountable here as well.
It's impossible for a black person or anybody to be living in the conditions like this.
So 3 on your side found that the owner of Chapel Ridge is one of 4 real estate investors who have been sentenced to an extensive multi-year conspiracy of fraudulently obtained multi-million dollar loans on commercial and multifamily properties. We will keep you posted on the efforts to hold him accountable here in Jackson. We'll keep you updated on air and online. So keep tuned in. We're going to continue to follow this all the way through. I can promise you that. Zoe Simmons says, I've got a quick question. Appreciate your help. Yeah, Zoe, you can either send me the private message or you can email me. Here's my email address coming up on the screen, kara.shirley@wlbt.com. So feel free to either message or email me. So residents or water service now should be restored to customers of the Pearl River Water Valley Supply District in Madison County. The utility sent out a text alert saying yesterday that crews had stabilized the system. A boil water alert is now in effect for those impacted areas. Roughly 25 employees from the water district, along with an outside contractor, had been searching for one single leak along an 8-mile stretch of pipe. The district's executive director says the leak was likely the result of recent rainfall that caused the ground to shift. Residents have been ready, very much ready for things to get back on track.
And I've had neighbors that had to go outside the area to friends or whatever to take showers. There's no cooking, there's no washing clothes, there's none of that.
It limits you to doing what you need to do because water is required to clean. So bathrooms and kitchens and mopping floors is something that couldn't take place.
The district says it will continue to recheck the system to make sure that things are going smoothly. But as far as we know right now, you are still under a boil water notice if you are in the impacted area. So we will alert you when that boil water notice has lifted, or the Pearl River Water Water Valley Supply will alert you through text message, but we'll also let you know online and on air. So some exciting news maybe for kids who've never been to school and are going to kindergarten. But registration is now open for Jackson Public Schools. You can go ahead and enroll your child for the 2025-2026 school year. So here's how you can enroll. If you are a returning student, you can complete the process online through a personalized SNAP code link or through the Power School Parent Portal. If you prefer to register your child in person, parents will need to stop by the Poindexter Complex on Robinson Road during business hours. And if you are new to the school system, you will need to provide the documentation that is listed on the JPS website, which is jackson.k12.ms.us. Students must be registered to participate in JPS summer enrichment programs and to be eligible to ride the bus during the school year. So you can go ahead and get kids registered with Jackson Public School District. Guys, that is going to be it for WLBT Plus today. I thank you so much for being here with me and tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And don't forget, our First Alert Weather team will be here at 2:30 to give you that in-depth look at your forecast. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.